Hello everyone, my name is Braden, and today I'm going to be talking about my experience working with my finance group. My group members were Brady, William, Javon, Oscar, and myself. For this assignment, we were given a hypothetical $10,000 to invest in the stock market. As a group, we had to decide how to invest it, track our results, and reflect on how we communicated throughout the process. One thing that made this group different from others I've been in is that we couldn't just split up the work and combine it later. Every decision had to be made together. That meant we actually had to talk things through and agree before making any changes. Since no one could act independently, it pushed us to communicate more consistently. Because of that, I would describe us as a team rather than a group. A group is simply people working near each other, but a team shares a goal and actively works together to achieve it. Our goal was clear: to make as much money as possible with that $10,000. Early on, we created a structure by splitting money into two parts: $5,000 for index funds and $5,000 for options. Brady and William helped manage these two areas, which helped us keep organized and focused. As we worked together, different roles naturally developed. Brady focused more on the option side, while William focused on the index funds and also took on the observer role during several meetings. My role was more of a participant and supporter. I contributed ideas, listened to others, and helped the group reach an agreement. The observer role added an interesting dynamic. When someone was observing, they paid more attention to how we communicated rather than just investment decisions. This made us more aware of our participation and group interaction. We also developed both formal and informal norms. Well, formally, we agreed that no one could make decisions alone, and we were required to meet at least 3 times and track our interactions. Informally, we decided to use WhatsApp to communicate because it was the most convenient for everyone. Attendance was a consistent. Everyone showed up to every meeting, and typically we would start by reviewing our portfolio performance, then discuss what changes, if any, needed to be made. Our leadership style was mostly democratic. Not one person controlled the group. Instead, we talked through decisions until everyone agreed. In terms of status and power, it was more based on responsibility and knowledge. Brady and William had more influence because they were directly managing parts of the portfolio. Their power came from their expertise and their assigned roles, but no one tried to dominate or control the group. As for the project progressed, our interaction patterns evolved. At first, we focused on deciding our strategy. Once we agreed on splitting between index funds and options, our meetings became more about reviewing results. Initially, the options performed well, but by the end, they dropped significantly. The index funds stayed positive, but the losses in the options brought our total down. We didn't really form cliques, or even though some of the members had stronger roles, we continued as a function as one cohesive team. We also followed the stages of group development. We started with forming as we understood the assignment, moved into storming while discussing risk and strategy, and then norming when we agreed on our structure and communication methods. Performing happened as we tracked and analyzed our investments, and finally, adjourning occurred when we completed and recorded our presentation. The decision-making process closely followed the reflective thinking model. We identified the problem, explored options, chose a strategy, and then evaluated our results. While this worked, having more detailed agenda for each meeting would have made us more organized and possibly improved our decisions. Overall, though, I would say our group was effective. Even though we didn't make a profit, ending with a $9,800, we communicated well and completed the assignment successfully. The index funds gained $62, but the options lost $208. And the strongest part of our group was the participation. Everyone showed up, stayed involved, and contributed. The biggest area for improvement was risk management. If I could do this again, I would create clear meeting agendas and choose more balanced investment strategy to reduce risk. In the end, this project showed me how important communication is in group decision making. Even though we had a small loss, we functioned well as a team because we had shared goals, clear roles, consistent participation, and group agreement. My name is Braden. Thank you.